Hi, welcome to The Hub. My name is Alex, and today I have the privilege and the honor of sharing a word with you guys today. So I just wanted to invite you guys to come with me to the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 2 that says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." The Bible teaches us that God's will is 100% perfect, that no matter what it is that he does, wherever it is that he does it, whenever, however, with whoever, doesn't matter what it is. As long as God is the one that's doing it, it's perfect. But a lot of the times we get caught up in God's specific will for each and every single one of our lives. Specifically for my life, God's will is for me to be that of an evangelist. But for you, it might be to be a prophet or a prophetess or a pastor, or to be an apostle or to be a teacher. And a lot of the times we get so caught up in God's specific will for our lives, like what job am I supposed to have? Who is my wife? Who is my husband? We get so caught up in the specifics of God's will in our lives that it draws us away from the purpose of our lives. Because your calling is not the same thing as your purpose. Your purpose is for you to love God and be loved by him. Your purpose is to know Jesus, is to be in communion with him, is to worship him and to be able to acknowledge who he truly is and witness about him. But your calling is what God has specifically placed on your life. And a lot of the times, because we're so caught up in the specifics of God's will, then we forget to do his general will. No matter what fivefold you have, and no matter who you are, as long as you are a believer, you are called to pray. You are called to read his word. You are called to worship. You are called to be at church. You are called to know Jesus and to love him and be in communion with the Holy Spirit. And so a lot of the times, because we're so caught up in God's specific will, we don't want to do his general will. Because a lot of times we lose our motivation. A lot of times we lose our zeal and our hunger to seek the Lord because we're not seeing a response. But a lot of the times, God doesn't want to reveal to us his specific will because we're not doing his general will. So I invite you today to do his general will and to put your trust in the Lord, and to, even if you don't feel like it, pray because he's good. Read even if you don't understand, because the author is there to reveal to you. Our Holy Spirit is there to reveal to you what it is that is in those scriptures. And when you look for God and when you begin to put your trust in God, then it doesn't matter what it is that is going to happen. The Bible teaches us in this verse, in the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 2, that his will is perfect, that his will is pleasing, that his will is good. And so if you let him take charge of your life, if you give your will and you give everything that it is that you want into his hand, then you know that whatever it is that he's going to do will be perfect. Whenever it is that he's going to do it, you may not know when it is that he's going to do it, but it's going to be perfect. You may not know what it is that he's going to do, but it's going to be perfect. You may not know how it is that he's going to do it, but as long as you let God do it, it's going to be perfect. So I invite you today to remember that you are loved, to remember that there is purpose and calling in your life. And if you want to know God's specific will, do his general will. Because God is so in love with you that even if you're not thinking about him all the time, he's thinking about you all the time. So I love you, and God bless.